Going to be talking about insomnia. Who hasn't gone through a night where they have not been able to sleep, tossing around? I say, a good night's sleep is the beginning of a good day. So, in order to have a successful day, it begins at night, and how you sleep and what are the things we need to do to get a good night's sleep. And our special guest, Shashirekha, from the Ayurvedic medicine, and she's going to talk to us about some of the Ayurvedic approaches to dealing with insomnia, which is everybody's problem, whether you are a kid or a 90-year-old person. Okay, let's talk about insomnia.
Well, the first and foremost question we often ask to every client is, how is their sleep? And it's good to notice that many of them do answer that, yeah, I achieve a good sleep. And again, an equal percentage of people have trouble either getting into sleep or managing to enjoy that whole course of 6-7 hours of deep sleep. When I talk about deep sleep, is something absolutely necessary for all of us to waken up all our system back into functionality. So if there is a disturbance in sleep, it could be a lot much connected with your emotional stress, or maybe excessive overburdening oneself what you're going through, or it could be related with your digestive system also. In turn, sleeplessness will induce digestion disorders. At the same time, digestion disorders will also affect your quality of sleep. So we do have to attend to both of them to help stabilize.
And you said, stress can cause insomnia, but the problem is how do we suppress this stress so at least we get a couple hours of good sleep?
Absolutely. When we talk about stress management, it is in relation to every different disease we do have to do. So this has been a point of concern in Ayurveda to enhance one's self-stability in terms of personality enhancement. We are asked to consistently work on dealing with stress. Thereby we become more able to deliver the responsibilities of us as an individual. It could be in your profession, it could be in your daily life, as a mother, as a person in the family, to deliver all of your duties very well, not overburdening. We do have to train us. And all of these training sessions are there in the practice of the lifestyle changeovers. Starting from being very disciplined to manage your daily routine, that also includes timings to eat, timings to go to bed, as well as timing for some silence. Silence timing is one such unique kind of a recommended practice in yoga, where you just sit in a comfortable upright posture. You could choose to sit in a yoga pose also, which is much more complementary, and thereby you just focus on your deep breathing for a couple of minutes. And eventually, when you do it with more a relaxed feeling and much of a inbuilt focus on deepening your breath, you end up getting into a meditative phase. For a beginner, you can also help them to use some music to listen, or maybe to use a transcendental technique like chanting something. Okay, it could sound spiritual, but you can find your own different ways, and we can give some different options according to the interest of the individual, and we would see an absolute better and stabilized emotional stress management does really happen.
So getting ready to sleep is much more than just turning off the light in the bedroom.
Yes.
It's a life transformation process involving many different aspects of their life before they even get to the evening hours. So are there any kinds of supplements or herbal remedies that Ayurvedic medicine uses for people who just can't get sleep? Because in this country, you got like hundreds of options, over-the-counter, prescription drugs, and herbal supplements, all kinds of stuff.
Of course, as a treatment protocol, we also use some herbs to support this action, and we know popular herbs like ashwagandha, brahmi, the shankapushpi, much known to many people than just Ayurvedic practitioners. At this point of time, I would like to say that herbs alone are not the final solution. and you would often see that you're using them, still not finding a complete solution for your problem. The reason because, again, selection of the herb has to match to your particular requirement. And ashwagandha, which is the most popular one, and I also happen to see ashwagandha gummies these days. Okay, people just like fancy pick up and then start chewing, and sometimes client come back and say, I used 2 gummies and I didn't get my sleep. The reason because it is a little heavier herb, actually. I mean, heavier for digestion. So people who have already some digestive ailments, they are not easily making it deliver the help. So instead, for such people, the choice can be some very easy to digest herbs like Shankapushpi, or maybe the concern of using Brahmi. Brahmi is also most popular, a memory booster as well as a relaxant. So you do have to definitely take the help of your Ayurvedic practitioner to get to know what works good with you, and then stick on to use the same along with all those said lifestyle recommendations.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line, because these medications may be just sort of taking the edge off, but if you don't reduce the stress and if we don't take care of other things, it's not going to make any difference, what pills we take. And it's just looks like we're going to get more and more addicted to these drugs, because if one pill is not working, maybe we should try 2 pills.
Yeah, psychological dependency.
And what other things would be helpful from Ayurvedic perspective for getting a better sleep?
As a like a household help, or you can say like a small changes in your lifestyle. Obviously, plan your day, plan your night time, finish the dinner as early as possible, so that the digestion process is being already well done, or within like 2 hours before you go to sleep. If you plan, you would see much of the comfort to maintain the course of the sleep you can plan with yourself. At the same time, simple practices like foot massage, it's one of a kind, is really working like an acupuncture technique. So foot massage, self one, is also a great help. Similarly, you can also go listen to some soothing music. It could be a flute or something which is like not really creating that a stimulation. And please do avoid any stimulants in your diet, including coffee. Coffee anywhere in the early evening can still have its effect onto the nervous system. So please do avoid. This is special concern with people who go with night shift. There are many people, many clients who come with this actual problem, where they can't leave the job, but getting to deprive the sleep for that long period can definitely affect their health. So they do have to figure out what best they can do in their routine plan, so that they have everything complementing towards the biological clock to be not so much corrupted, as well as get to heal oneself with more effective usage of the food. So even when you look on to scheduling time with them, you have to consider the food as a major changeover.
I see. Thank you.